Here we go. So we're just about to begin the 4:30 turn. So only 3 turns left before darkness. And what we're looking at there is, at last, some Allied reinforcements. And my gosh, this reserve, of course, got an awful lot of artillery coming on. Not sure where it's all going to go because they've got a very difficult route here. Really, there's the road, and you can see that Napoleon has relocated his Polish corps there to guard that. The other option I've been sort of looking at is you could, let's step back a bit because you can't really see from there, is there is a potential path round here, which is quite a long way round. But there are some Russian corps coming on as well. Anyway, let's go back to the action. Okay, now I was online, there's a few comments by the designer Didier and a few other people about this particular campaign and the fact that these guys here, this rather powerful 6th Corps, historically were kept by Napoleon all the way over there because he wasn't too sure what the Prussians were up to. Now obviously I've got full knowledge and I've committed those completely. So I've done a little bit of a fudge. What I decided is that the Young Guard, which were here about to assault the Austrians there, would, because of Napoleon's uncertainty about the Prussians, I'd withdraw them. So it's a bit of a fudge, but I didn't commit any of the Guard. So they came back here. So I've got the Guard in reserve here. And this has led pretty much to a stalemate, all due to the Allied guns. The Allied guns have just been absolutely immense. So let's go along the line and see what's happening. Well, Mark Kleberg, okay, France, you know, they're making progress, but very, very slow. And you can see just getting their fatigue up all the time, which just makes it very difficult. Marshes are really tricky. I don't want to go around here. This is just a killing zone. This area here, anything that's moved in there has just been absolutely hammered. So they're having to infiltrate through here. So they're getting there, but it's a slow old process. We can see that the Russian and Austrian line is pretty much how it was before. There's been a lot of action with the cavalry. There's been a couple of cavalry charges by the French-Polish troops. And it's always become pretty well stalemated. Generally, the Cossacks have run away. And you can see we've got France and who's that? Schwarzen? No, it's not. Anyway, these two leaders have come back. Come on, Cossacks, we need you back in. And just in time, they've been getting there. So that's got sort of ping-pong back and forth, which mean all the Austrians that are over here, where's my finger? All over there, they've been eliminated, routed from the board. So Corps here, 9th Corps have come back. They haven't been back very long actually, and they've just been recovering fatigue. They would really like to have a go at these Austrians down here, but not with the cavalry running around. So that's become a bit of a stalemate there. Over here we can see the French are looking pretty bunched up at the moment. They've cleared the eastern end of the, what's it called, the Gluten? Gallenberg, just because of the artillery fire. They haven't got the forces there to attempt to stand on there. So they're around this area here. Haven't committed the cavalry. Thought about it a few times, especially a turn or two back. Was getting quite desperate, the French, because just nothing has worked. I mean, these have launched 2 assaults. Both assaults have just been repelled by guns. I mean, they've got up to the guns. They've even taken a few, you know, the infantry have taken a few casualties defending against them, but they've always driven back. They've just sort of regained all good order here. So now they're just on the defensive. With 3 turns left, I think they're sort of pretty much a spent force. The Prussian guns here have just been immense this game today. Just absolutely immense. Everything. I mean, there's a big corps here. And I've got to the stage now, Napoleon has, is that I just don't want to commit my guns up there. If these units become completely eliminated, they don't recover, but if I can keep them out of the way, they will recover that step loss that you can see 4 of them are under. So just not worth it. There's no way that we're going to charge those guns, so that is pretty much static. like I say, the guard is sort of in reserve. We have some other French streaming on the board. We can see that, is that 1st or 2nd Cavalry Corps? I can't remember who it is now. I think it's, let's have a look. Oh, can't reach. It's a big board, this. Well, we've got the 1st Cavalry Corps. They've come on. And, well, I've got the Guard Cavalry over there, you see. So I've kept them there because I know this part of the battlefield is going to really develop quickly. We have another French corps coming on here. Okay, so we can see we've got a 4th Corps coming on there, and they are going to come and defend this area north of Leipzig. So looking over the board, there's a few more forces to come on. That's where we're up to. Okay, it's a little bit of a fudge with the guard, but I think it's got me in an interesting situation. Been surprised by the effectiveness of the Allied guns today. Shouldn't really. I mean, they were a big killer during the Napoleonic Wars, but the French have tried everything to crack these guns, and it's been very expensive. And if we have a look at the casualty stacks, let's get them over here for a minute. We can see what what's been going on here. So look, these are the units that have been completely eliminated so far. So not really many Prussians at all. 3 Russians, obviously a fair few of the Austrians, but a lot of French here, and you can see 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 artillery units in there that have gone down completely. In terms of casualties overall, the French aren't happy with losing quite so many today. Well, I think they would have been quite happy to take them if they'd managed to make some progress here. Victor's Corps, just find that is just really tricky, just really difficult getting through there. I mean, I don't know what we can do about that. Just know what we're going to do about that. Just keep plugging away. But I mean, it's been, what, 2 days at the moment, and they've hardly made any progress, just getting very, very tired. And we can see, looking at here, that Victor's Corps is beginning to look a bit weary. The Austrians, as you can see, we're up to 42 and 54. Still some big units happening, and we lost. This is horrible, this one, because I think it only had 1 casualty and it was routed off the board. The Russians, again, they haven't taken, you know, that much yet. I'm looking forward to this Army Reserve artillery coming on. There we go. So that's where we're up to. So 3 more turns, then I will probably do a night turn for you as the forces sort of get in position for what was historically the big day of the battle, the 16th.